Welcome back to Organic A to Z. I am your host, Gregory Schaefer. Today, the letter W. We're talking about winter squash. Winter squash are available from the end of summer until deep into the spring. And you can find some, like the butternut, year-round. But to me, they scream fall. I mean, a cold day just calls for pumpkin, spaghetti, acorn, butternut, delicata. I mean, squash are delicious. Very good for you too. Vitamins A, C, potassium, magnesium, folate, lots of minerals. Easy and versatile to prepare. You can boil them, steam them, fry them, grill them, microwave them if you want. Let's roast one straight up. I'm gonna use the serrated knife. There we go. Bust open your squash. Get out a big spoon and scrape out those seeds. Really pretty easy. Whoops. Now, one cool thing is that all squash and pumpkin seeds are edible. They're not all perfectly delicious, but you can toss them in some oil, roast them. Good stuff. Now, they are all edible. All right, so that is basically it. You have cut the squash in half, remove the seeds and the stringy bits. Now all you got to do is just coat it with a little olive oil, pop it in a 400-degree oven for about 45 minutes. Ta-da! Okay, so you noticed I pulled a little switcheroo on you. This is a butternut squash. I wanted to have a roasted butternut squash for this dish. Baba squash. That's right, it's a baba ganoush made with squash instead of eggplant. So what we're gonna do is take the flesh out of the squash, like so. Pretty easy. All right. Okay, so there we go. We've got a half of a squash there. I'm just gonna give it a light mash with a masher. A fork works just as well, I promise you, because it is so soft. Okay, to this, we are gonna add 1 clove of crushed garlic. We're going to add a good fat tablespoon of tahini. Maybe that's a tablespoon and a half. I really love my tahini. Tahini is, of course, peanut butter made out of sesame seeds. It's got a very unusual taste. Good stuff. I'm also going to add a little bit of sea salt, a little bit of cracked pepper, squeeze on some lemon juice. I don't know, maybe that's like about a half a lemon. And I've got some really good olive oil. That's my best stuff there. Whoa, that's a lot of olive oil. Stir it up, stir it up, stir it up. Blend it up, mash it up. Oh yeah, baby. And there we go. Now you can eat this by itself with some pita chips. Oh, or you could add this on top of some sort of meat or other veg. Great stuff. Remember that acorn squash I cut in half? It's back. Let's do something Japanese with it. First, gotta cut it up. So, sharp knife, be careful. We're gonna leave the skin on, and you just wanna get this cut into, I don't know, cubes of about 1 inch or so in size. Alrighty. Remember, be really careful. This is a hard thing to cut. Da-da-da-da. Alright. Okay, there we go. We got that. Now we're gonna get a pot. Okay, you're gonna put the squash in skin side down. We are gonna add to that some liquid to braise it. This is dashi. Dashi is the Japanese traditional stock. It is made out of kombu and bonita fish flakes. That's 1.5 cups of stock. We're also going to add a couple tablespoons of sake or white wine, 3 tablespoons of soy sauce, and just under 1/4 cup of mirin. Mirin is a sweet Japanese cooking wine or sake. That's like about 1/6 cup. I've also got some ginger chopped up into shreds, about a couple teaspoons. And finally, I'm going to add some tofu. This has already been fried, left over from a dinner I made a few nights ago. Great stuff. What do you got to do now? You just have to put a lid on that, bring it to a boil, let it simmer on low for 30 minutes, and you've got a great dish. So after 30 minutes, it is done. Ah, there you go. I would normally serve this baby with rice, but it's great on its own. Japanese simmered acorn squash, baba ganoush with butternut squash, the letter W, winter squash. I am Gregory Schaefer. This is Organic A to Z. Today, the squash. Get some wherever you are and cook 'em up. Thanks for watching.